Hey, what's up guys? Another gear review, and this is my new favorite flashlight. This thing is awesome. This is made by Klarus, and the model is the XT-10. It's a 470 lumen tactical flashlight, and it's got some really cool features that I've never seen before. I've told you guys before, I've been extremely happy with Klarus as a whole, the brand. I've had a lot of experience with Phoenix lights and Surefire lights in the past. And Klarus is definitely stepping it up. They're right up there with those guys, if you ask me. But really cool flashlight. Of course, I'll go over all the features and everything, and of course, at the end, I'll give you a little outside demo. But it's an amazing flashlight. First, I'm just going to show you the package here, what you get with it. Of course, it's got all the juicy details on the front there, and on the back, if you want all the specs and stuff, which I will give you. But anyway, let's open it up. Come on. Here we go. Got some paperwork here. XT-10, the features, all that kind of jazz. Operation. Very cool. Very simple. Get that out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Okay, we have our holster, which is actually pretty nice. Kind of a standard thing, D-ring on the back. Beefy. Of course, you put it with the head up. So it doesn't fall all the way through. And what's unique about this one is it does stick out the bottom, as you see there. Kind of a unique design. I don't know if I love the sheath that much. I personally don't use the sheath. I've carried this a couple times in EDC, and it's just been in my leg pocket on my pants. I'm thinking about getting a flashlight holster for the belt, but I already got, I got the gun, and occasionally I carry a full-size multi-tool, and I don't want to be like a cop, and have 15 things on my belt, so not 100% on that, but the sheath is functional. It's just something I don't prefer. But I'm not concerned with that one bit, because this is what I'm interested in. Of course, you got a little accessories pouch, you got a couple of spare O-rings here, you have a full-size lanyard, and you do have a stainless steel pocket clip. Again, pocket clip, none of my concern. When I carry a flashlight that's larger like this, it just goes in the pocket. It doesn't really bounce around too much. I found that it is a little bit on the heavier side. I don't actually have a weight. Well, you know what? I'll annotate it right now on the screen, the weight on this. But, it fits fine in my pocket. If I'm running around, I do feel it kind of flopping around in the leg pocket on like cargo shorts. But I haven't been running around much lately. I don't carry this light when I go to exercise and stuff. I carry a much smaller light. But it's been fine. It's really cool. I say tactical for this one. I usually don't use that term for flashlights because they're flashlights and they all have their different modes. Some of them have the strobe mode, which I really like. I did a whole video on strobe. This one really stands out for its features, and I'll explain that in just a second. Before we get to that, I know I'm going to get questions about the new bracelet. I still have my paracord bracelet, which I absolutely love. But this one I got from Haas, the gentleman I met when I went to the Hamlin car show. And it's kind of a motivational thing. It says train on it. It's from bodybuilding.com. And it's just a reminder to, do your best to be fit and all that kind of stuff, stay healthy. So that's what that's all about. I'm not trying to advertise for them or anything. It's just something he gave me when he's there, and I wear it now. And every now and then I'll glance down at it, and it's pretty cool. I've never worn these, like, band-type bracelets before. You see them for breast cancer and for the soldiers, and every single organization out there, they have their own, wristband, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. I like it. So sometimes I'll wear it in combination with the paracord bracelet, but anyway, that's not here or there. It has nothing to do with the flashlight. It's just something I want to mention because I know people are going to ask. So anyway, the Klarus XT-10. First, let's look at the business end here. We have a nice deep orange peel reflector. Very nice. You see the LED in there, which is one of the newer XML T6 LEDs. 50,000 hour lifespan, which I promise you'll never use up. But amazing technology. It's crazy to me, how more advanced everything gets, and it just progressively gets better and better. It's insane. I can't wait to see what they're going to come up with next. But nice deep reflector. You can see how long the head is here. A couple fins here for heat distribution. Not as much of an issue with the LEDs, but some of the higher power ones you do have heat issues, so you need a heat sink. But anyway, let's get some dimensions on here real quick. And these are just rough dimensions. If you click the link in the description box, I got this one from goinggear.com. You can get all the real specific specs in millimeters as well, you know, for my foreign viewers. But roughly 5.5 inches here on length. The bezel area is around 1.25 inches. Let me get in frame here. Roughly 1.25 inches in diameter. Actually, it's easier if I do it this way, right? Yep, 1.25 inches. And the fattest part where the head is here is about, same deal, 1.25 inches. Roughly. It does taper down a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, you see it in my hand here. It's just a normal size. Takes 2 CR123 batteries. Of course, you can interchange with other batteries as well. So 2 CR123As is the same as one 18650 or 2 16340s. Now, to the average person, you have no idea what I said. To flashaholics, they're like, oh, okay, cool. I'll use my 18650. Don't worry about it. You're going to be using the CR123As for most people anyway. So anyway, those are the dimensions. Let's pop it open. I'll show you those batteries too, just in case you haven't seen them before. Okay. These happen to be the Surefire brand CR123As. Lithiums, very high power. Now we are dealing with a multiple cell CR123 light. Okay, so this is very important to know all those safety features I was talking about in earlier videos. Okay, when you're using more than one of these cells together, you have to be very careful on what you're doing. Never, ever, ever mix brands. Don't mix brand new batteries and old batteries. Alright, because those kinds of things are what's going to happen, you know, give you your overheating and your fire issues and all kinds of dangerous situations, okay? And if you drop one of these batteries, throw it out, okay? Because if it gets damaged, again, you could have that issue where it's going to overheat and possibly flame, you know, or vent with some toxic gas. So I don't want to scare anyone or anything, but there's a couple simple rules. Like I said, don't mix different brands because they're going to have different energy on the inside. If your batteries die, throw them both out, get 2 brand new ones of the same brand. If you use an old battery and a new battery, when you put them in, the old one's going to charge, or excuse me, the new one's going to charge the old one, but too rapidly because of all the power you have in these lithiums. And it will overheat and it'll probably just vent. It'll literally just, the whole front here will just pop. You might have a flame come out, and the gas is toxic, alright? So you just be careful. And by the way, I wouldn't put them in backwards, but if you did, the flashlight is protected against that, so it will not ruin the flashlight. But anyway, let's crank this back down. Talk about some of the modes and the features here. The first thing you'll notice, and one of the coolest things, is it has 2 buttons on the back. Okay? Now the one button on the bottom, you can see there, hopefully, it says mode. The top one doesn't say anything. But basically what you have here, the bottom button, if you push that, it's automatically your strobe. It's completely separate from the main button here. Alright, so what I've talked about in the past is how effective a strobe light can be, or a strobe feature on a light. However, if you have to cycle through your flashlight in an emergency situation, you might not be able to get to that strobe as fast as you want. No matter when you grab this light, okay, you can go right to that secondary button and have your strobe. And this is the full 470 lumens. Very impressive. Now, by the way, these buttons are offset a little bit, so the main button is raised. So if you automatically just go for the back of this, no matter how you grab it, you're going to hit that first button, which is just your regular on mode, okay? But once you feel for it, and you can distinguish between them, one's round, one's more of an oval, and again, the strobe is lower, so you can physically feel that in the middle of the night. Obviously, you want, you know, a good operation with your flashlight in very poor conditions, lighting conditions, because when are you going to use a flashlight? Not during the day, you know, not inside when the lights are on. You're going to use it when it's dark out. So to physically have to feel for things is a lot easier than just having to cycle through different things or even just remember different modes. Very simple. For your regular on and off, you have this momentary, just push it like any other flashlight, or you can click it on. And then once this is on, you push that bottom button to cycle through the 3 modes. High is 470 lumens for 2.3 hours, which is very impressive. Push the mode button once, it'll drop to 150 lumens. You'll get 7.3 hours runtime out of that. And the most impressive, excuse me, is 10 lumens for 300 hours on low. 300 hours is 12.5 days. That's just, that's insane. I don't even know what else to say. That's a very, very impressive runtime. Okay, and 10 lumens. A lot of flashlights, the low is, you know, 1.5 lumens or 5 lumens or 3 lumens, somewhere around there. You still get 10 lumens. It's a decent amount of light. All right, so that's how you cycle through. Once you turn this on, hit the mode button, high, medium, low. High, medium, low. Very simple. Okay, and again, if you want that strobe, go straight for that second button. Now, when you're holding it, it is momentary. It'll click, but it's momentary. Now, if you hold it for a couple seconds, you know, count to say, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, and you let go, it will be constant on. And you'll see that the strobe will cycle through different wavelengths. Okay, it'll be a very fast strobe, then it'll slow down a little bit. So that's how that works. Now the strobe will be the full 470 lumens as well, but about twice the runtime as the you know, the full on, because it's on half the time and it's off half the time. So you're looking at roughly 4.5 hours on strobe. Really, really impressive. I love the just how this light is set up, the two buttons here. It's such a simple concept, but like I said, the importance of, you know, you're in a dark alley. Well, not, most people aren't going to be walking around in dark alleys, but you're walking around, it's nighttime, maybe you feel like someone's following you, or maybe you're in a bad situation, you have to use your flashlight in a self-defense situation to try to get some time on someone and to get away from a bad situation. And a lot of flashlights have that strobe function, but you gotta like start twisting the head and, you know, 3 times in the back here. And are you really gonna remember that stuff under stress? To grab your flashlight out of your pocket, hold the back, know that there's only 2 buttons here, and the bigger one's regular on, right? And the bottom one's strobe. It's really easy just to grab your light and hit strobe. Alright, or let me put it in my pocket here. Alright, so it's in my pocket, just regular with the head facing up, which is a more comfortable way to do it. And I'm just going to grab it right now. I got it in my hand, and there's strobe. Alright, so it's really, really effective in that sense. So I would say this is completely tactical. So, very, very cool. There is a crenulated bezel, which are these cutouts, and it's not very aggressive for striking. However, when the flashlight's on, you leave it on the table, you will know it's on. Okay, you can see the light escaping on the side. Pretty cool. Last little note here is you have your lanyard attachments on both sides, which is something different. I don't usually use a lanyard for a flashlight unless it's really large, but it's a really, really cool light. I really like it. Price on this one is $79.95. May seem expensive for a flashlight, but most Phoenix lights, you know, and well, forget Surefires, we know they're expensive, but you're getting a heck of a lot of light for the money. I would say most flashlights, that they're not going to be, you know, 470 lumens, but generally speaking, you're looking anywhere from like $35 to $50 for like 150 to 200 lumen lights. You know, just rough estimates there. So if you're looking for something with a little extra punch, it's definitely worth the money. But very, very cool flashlight. I really liked it. Of course, all the regular tactical features, you know, the hard anodized finish. You have the glass anti-reflective lens, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's pretty much all the same. When you do these flashlight reviews, I just want to go over the specific details as far as dimensions and specs and modes and how it functions. But this one is very unique. It's very, very cool. I'm very, very happy with this one. For a larger EDC flashlight, by far my favorite. So that's my review of the Klarus XT-10. I think it's a fantastic light. And that is all. If you're interested, there's a link in the description box. I got this one again from goinggear.com. Of course, look around, see where you can find it, but I found that the price was very good. And I like Going Gear. I've always been happy with their service before, and I've talked to Marshall, the owner, a few times on the phone, and just a real nice guy. Straight shooter, and they have a good variety of stuff. So, down here I'm going to do my test with the Klarus here. And it is, I'm trying to whisper, it's like a little past midnight, and hopefully everyone's sleeping around me, otherwise they're probably going to call the cops. There's no reason there should be a flashlight going around in the middle of the night, but anyway, I kind of, you know, slipped my mind. I was planning on doing when it first got dark, and things happened. So here I am, about to go to bed, but I thought, oh crap, forgot to do that flashlight demo. So anyway, here we go. First, the full blast here on high. And of course, this is the HD camera, so hopefully this will show truly what you're looking at. Oh, there we go. That focused in great. By the way, I have a deck set now, which I didn't have before when I did my flashlight videos. So anyway, camera's actually picking up closer to what the eye sees. I see a little bit brighter, but compared to the old camera, it's really like night and day. But there it is on high. You can see way back in the woods there. And I'm going to point to, after I do the other modes here real quick, I'll point to the front yard. I don't want to point to the side because the neighbors are home and it's their bedroom. So that they really call the cops. But anyway, alright, so let's change the mode here. So it's high, drop it to medium, then we drop it to low. Then move around a little bit, back to high. Really, really nice flashlight. For its size and everything, it's it really, really offers a lot. I love all the features on this light. Let me shut it off, and then we're going to try real quick the strobe here. Very high pulsating. And you might be able to see all those bugs flying around too. So now it's just in constant strobe. You can see it's changing the wavelength after a certain duration of time there. It goes from a real high, pulsating to a slower pulse. And just in case someone is awake and watching me, I'm going to shut that off now. Alright, let's flip around a little bit here. Use the flashlight to see where I'm walking. Okay. Pointing out to the road. Or the car anyway. So here we go. On high, clearly see down the driveway to the street. In person I can see easily about 30 or 40 feet into the woods across the street. And a massive Amazon-sized mosquito. So that means the review's over because I'm out here shirtless right now. And it's the middle of the night. I don't want to be tossing and turning with bug bites, so anyway. It really is an awesome light. Let me lift the camera up here and just kind of show you this. I mean, it's amazing. Technology amazes me. And it only gets better and better. But there's that new LED, something I wasn't familiar with, so I'm definitely digging it. I think it's really cool. It's extremely effective. So, that's enough of the light show from my neighborhood. You can see all those bugs. Jesus. They're getting big here in PA. Big old monster bugs. So anyway, that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I thank you for watching. Have a good night. Man, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this juicy bug. This guy followed me right inside. He's riding my back. I have no idea what... Okay. That was stupid. I should have just thrown him right outside. Alright, I'm really going now. Take it easy.